So hi everyone, and welcome to Big Brander, another session. And this time we're going to speak about how to leverage email marketing tool to grow your business. Because as asked like before we started, what happens that is sometimes we have a list, but we're not sure what to do with the list, or we have a list and we sometimes send newsletter and sometimes we skip it. We're not sure what to do with this and how to get the results and there are so many things to do with our business, like on a daily administration, and like we're trying to do the social media and everything. And this is one of the tools that people sometimes forget and sometimes neglect. And they put it on the side, and because we maybe tend to think that like doing marketing is mostly like being on social media, but there's actually more tools in marketing than just social media. And one of the most like nice and easy, and most of the time it can also be a very free tool, it's email marketing. So I'm going to start with some of the benefits of email marketing. So it's very highly cost effective marketing strategy compared to others. Gonna mute you guys for a second. That's it. So if you compare it to other different tools you have, like let's say versus like paid marketing that you need to put a budget, and usually it's a big budget to just get some movement in it. This is a very like low cost, and you can get lots of results because it also allows you to reach out to a wider range of people, a bigger audience. Okay, in a click of a button, you're basically reaching out the same as you, let's say, do like a Reels video or TikTok. You can reach out to as well as a lot of people, of course, depending on the amount of database you've got. It also enables you to segmentize your audience, okay, like and divide them to different categories, which is something that I will speak on later on, which is something that helps you to make sure that you're adjusting your message to the right audience, that you're reaching out to the right people with the right message. The conversion as well around us, like because it's give you an option to build a relationship with your audience, and through that to sell them your products or services, to connect with them, and to really give them something a bit of a different, but also like help them to be like part of the journey that you do. Okay, part of the journey of like the different steps you're going, like the product. So let's say even if you have a product and you do like a pre-launch to it, the big launch to it, like after launch, for example. Brand awareness, which is also something super important, that this is something we constantly need to do in order to build a brand. It's like constantly being there, appearing there with our brand identity, with our key message, and just showing our brand and being in top of mind. And the reason why, for example, consistency is like very crucial for like in everything we do with our business. It is part of the brand awareness. Okay, if you want to be in top of mind, if you want to have people to remember your brand, whether if they gonna travel in a certain area and they know like this is the place where I want to be, or this is the place I want to recommend to others, or even like we're doing something artistic, like I'm looking at the two of you. So you want to be in top of mind, okay? As well, like it's great thing for customer loyalty to keep that connection with them, build that trust, and building like something that it's around like let's say things for like a loyalty program and things like that. It's a great way to do it and use it for that. As well, it offers lots of different type of analytics, and I will speak about some of the platforms. But if you use, like for example, certain platforms, the data you get out of it really allows you to understand your audience, what works, what's not, communicate with them the right way, make the right improvements. It really helps you to measure everything you do, and it really helps you to understand and find your ROI, which is the return of investment, okay? To make sure, okay, I put that much effort, that much time, that much this, and this is what I got out of it, okay? So it's very important to think about it from that side. So I want to start by how to build an email list from scratch. And even if it's not from scratch and you have an email list and you want to grow the email list, or you want to make sure that you are attracting the right audience. So first, you can use your existing customer list. You can actually add like, like different of your clients and ask them, do you mind if I'll add you? to my email list, like to my newsletter. Of course, whenever you want, you can actually remove yourself, because people can really unsubscribe themselves. It's something that needs to be like must, right, by law as well. People need to have that option. So use that. Like, you already have clients. Why not ask them to join? Okay, we sometimes forget. They come, they buy the purchase, and like we let it go. Another thing, like and that's why, for example, I wrote, like, if you've got like, oh, oops, it's a shot, but it means to be, I was thinking probably on alcohol, but but it's more about like if you have a shop, okay, and you can invite your customers. I've got a client that everyone who purchased the product, automatically she brings them the iPad and they can sign up to the newsletter. Okay, so that's another option. You can invite your followers from the different social media platforms. And you can, for example, on Instagram, put it like as a link in the bio to subscribe. You can invite them by even like creating a short video and saying, like, like, on my newsletter, I provide this and this and this. So if you want to keep up to date, just join me. Okay. And the last one, which is the one that usually helps you to build it from scratch and bring a boost, is to give a freebie. Okay, so to create something, it's like, I think, like for you, Hanukkah, for example, it's like just to give, like, let's say a type of a little book of like some of your art that people can download and like paint with their kids or do for themselves, as like to calm themselves, with a stressful life. So you can do that. And if they want that, they just need to sign up. Then, like, of course, they can always unsubscribe, but that's a great way for us to increase and grow our database, like, very easily and very quickly, is to make sure that we give a freebie that it's actually relevant to our audience, something that they really want, but we don't give them the full product, we don't give them the full service. We give them a bit of a taste. We give them something that like focus on the problem that they experience, which we've got the solution for. The second part, so now we've done the list. Like, we understood that this is why we want to use email list. Now we know how to build the list. Now we've got the list. Now it's important to make sure that we're working on the segment part of the audience, okay? We're segmentizing it. We're dividing it to different segments. So everyone needs to do it as per their own business, okay? So it can be by either demographics, because I don't know, maybe you want to give a message to like females and males. Maybe you want to give like to different like age groups. You can give by the purchase history, or by, as I said, like here, the engagement level. So for example, in some of the platforms, you can actually find that tell you the ones that open most males. So you want to reach out to them, the one that engage more in the males. You can also do it like, for example, if you invited them to a certain event or for a different freebie, and you want to make sure that those who came from that freebie, certain type of content will reach out to them. And that's one of the things that, as I wrote like on the last one, you can also use in some platform, it calls a tag. So you basically tag in your audience to different categories. This is just allowing you to make sure that you are really adjusting your message to the right audience. So for example, if I look at my newsletter, I do have audience that speaks Hebrew and I do have audience that speaks English. I need to separate them, okay? Because yes, some like will read the English, but most of them would prefer for it to be in Hebrew. So that's a way for me to make sure I have the different categories, like there's the different segments. And also allows you to make sure that you're really personalizing the email. Because in most platforms, you do have the option that when you send the email, the text is the same, but it gives like a personal attention. You give a name. Because if I know what is the category, I can create like a personal message as well. A personal message to this segment and a personal message to the other segment. And as I said, it's really helping you to, by you personalizing it, it helps you to build relationship with them. It helps you to build that connection. And as I always say, by building connections, building relationship, you're gaining the trust. By gaining the trust, they're going to be loyal to your brand and your best brand ambassadors, which is going to help you as well in the long run to also improve engagement. Because if I'm attracting the right people and I'm tailoring the message to them, there's a higher chance that they will want to engage with me because it's relevant to them. So choose the right, the relevant email marketing type. And I'm going to give you a few types now. And again, every time you send an email, it can be a different type. It's not that you choosing one type and you're going with us all the way. Okay. It's like you're choosing what's relevant for the message of that specific newsletter, email, marketing campaign that you want to create. The first one is the promotional one, which is the one that you are promoting a new product, promoting an event, promoting a webinar, promoting like a specific product, a specific launch, a specific maybe anything you do this around the promotional side of things that you're trying to sell something. Okay. The second one is the informational one, which is about like you giving them different type of information about your products, but it's not about the products or services, sorry. It's more about like educating them. Okay. It's to give them information about, I don't know, like information about if I'll do from the marketing side. So it will be information about like different education, like tips, like tricks, like things, like articles and things like that. For you ladies as well, it can be like information about the area that, you know, where you're hosting them, like things that they need to know about the area. What are things that are recommended to do in the area? Different things they need to pay attention to. Okay, so it can be any type of information that you can share with them. So as you can see, not all of your emails, and again, like it's the same as I say about content strategy. It's to really find a balance and to mix them. Okay, so not to do every week like a promotional email. It's to play with this. Here a promotional one, here informational one. Here also I'm doing like I'm educating them here. Here I'm giving them information about this, about an event. Every time you play with this, okay? Because people don't like really like direct sales. It's too much. Don't bring me hard sell. Give me added value. And the last one is the re-engagement emails. It's emails that you're engaging with them. Let's say, for example, you hosted like a webinar and now you're re-engaging with them. Like, thank you for participating and here is the recording. It's usually, sorry. It's usually after, for example, I do this session, I always send like an engagement, the re-engagement one about like, with a video of the session for those who missed it out, okay? So you are re-engaging them on something you already engaged with them. It can also be, for example, emails that are a reminder for an event, like don't forget, it's happening in an hour, it's happening in a few days, if you've been in a summit or you're hosting a summit, okay? So it's those type of like emails. So just find a way to balance them and mix them the right way for your business, for your brand. Choose a reliable email marketing tool. So I'm not going to really dive into the different tools. I'm just going to share with you some of the top 4 ones, which is MailChimp, ConvertKit, Constant Contact, and HubSpot. So you can write in the chat if you use like email, which one of you used. Maybe it's one that it's not on the list. And again, it doesn't matter if like you ladies can just type it now quickly. And for those who watch it like through YouTube after, you're more than welcome to type down. I would love to hear which platforms are you guys using. So I personally, like I've tried different platforms, but I somehow always go back to only one of them, which so Annika use a System.io. I use it a bit, but I go back to MailChimp. And I was thinking to put the System.io one, but the reason why for me, and again, I'm not getting any like nothing from MailChimp about this, is because I find it very easy and simple to work with from the design. And they do upgrades. Because they've changed now how you can do the different templates and stuff. For a lot of it, it can be free. You just use a normal one, do each person. Oh, you actually do like one by one. Are you putting them on the CCC like that they cannot see the copy? You're on mute. Trying to speak or type? So
each guest needs is different, and what they talk to me about is also different. I cannot, I try, if it's a promotion I can do, but not for the others. So I do it personally, especially the birthdays and all of that. I don't know how to set that up on these things.
So there is
So
an
I do it
option in some
personally.
of them to set it up. And you, for example, so I'll give an example how you can actually take it in a very easy way. So if someone wants, for example, to have like I've got a loyalty program and want to reach out and send like before like, oh, next month it's your birthday without like having a specific date. So next month it's your birthday. Let's say now we are in May. So everyone will have a birthday in June. Oh, your birthday is coming up like now in June. Here is a special gift from us to you. And then you segmentize and put those tags to the different people who join the email list by the birthday. Okay? That's the nice way to play with this. That's why I said like you can segmentize the audience and you do it as per your needs. So if you have something like this, you just put like everyone who was born in June, July, August, and then you just send the same email. And this way it allows you to keep on growing your email list and not saying like, oh my God, this is such a mission. I need to send it one by one now. Okay, because that's what happened. When you think about it, I need to send it one by one, you're skipping it. We procrastinate. Okay?
Yeah.
You want to make it easier on us. So the reason why I'm like saying about MailChimp, like I always go back there because it's cheap. Most of the time you can like, it depends on the size of your list and how much you're using it, but it's free, and even not the free version is not that expensive versus like ConvertKit, because I know, for example, Future Females use ConvertKit. I know a lot about like this and I've tried it. But what I also very like about MailChimp is that even on the free version, the analytics is amazing. And I will speak about the analytics towards the end. But versus like what you use, Annika, System.io, the analytics is not so good because I wanted like to give it a try. I literally gave it a try because I was trying to test different platforms so I can recommend to one of my clients. And except for like bounced and like another, like how many people opened, like it didn't give me much. So when I'll get to the analytics, I'll share why, like some of the things I see here on as well on MailChimp. So now we've chosen the platform. Now it's important to make sure that we're creating compelling content that will help us to improve the engagement, okay? So engaging, valuable content, something that resonates with the audience, something that speaks about the problem, something that like, we're not just giving a solution. We always trying to create an emotional trigger, get them to understand what's happening, why they should do it, why they need to work with us, because we see them, we understand them. And this is the type of content we're creating. We're providing relevant information, either about the industry, different promotions we've got, like any type of tips, things that they really find as valuable for them. Not for us, but for them. It's not us buying our own product or service. It's them. So we need to use what we've got for our business and find a way to package it in a way that they can want to come and like work with us and buy from us. Persuade them like in the language, in like, you know, visuals, like capture everything, catch their attention. Okay. Like use even a strong headline for your email subject, something even with emojis, something that like very short, not like a long title, like something very short, like, ooh, you're not going to believe it. And I don't want to open, or like, this is the most important thing I've ever heard in my life. Or I don't know, this is the most amazing place you need to see. Like things like that. Think about like what's going to catch your attention. Because remember, people are getting lots of emails, okay? Lots of spam. In order for them to decide to open your email, they first need to build a relationship with you and a connection with you. So they're constantly going to open it. As well, to attract them, you need to give them something valuable. And for that is the headline, and for that is the design. But if I see like, I don't know, let's say, for example, I stay like subscribed to Macro and Pick and Pay because I just want to know if there's any promotion. So before I actually drive to Macro, which is a bit of a drive, not that much of a drive, but versus other shops, then at least it's going to be worth it for me because like I'll know, like it's nice to know what I'm coming from and also to find surprises there. But they don't really engage with you much. So I only open if I know that I want to go and I want to see something. I don't always open it. But in order for them to engage with you more often, you want to make sure you're creating something. So the headline is a great way to start, and then making sure that the content inside is valuable for them. And then it will know, okay, this person like share with me good things. I want to read it every time. I personally also like to follow other people from my industry. Okay, because it's important for me to see what they're talking about, because through that I can get what are the different trends that everyone is like using now. What else? Another point of view, another direction, another idea I can take out of it. So it's always good. And some of them annoy me because they publish it almost like sometimes on a daily basis, and I hate it. But I stay subscribed because I want to know what's happening in the industry. Okay, so think about it like this. And as well, share videos, links, everything that helps you to improve engagement, as well to increase traffic. Because think about it, if you create like a nice Reels video or TikTok, you can put it there or YouTube. And then this way you bring the traffic to your YouTube or like the other platform. As well, by you doing that, you're showing the algorithm of that social media platform that there's something interesting there. Okay. And that also helps you to improve engagement and improve everything. Even for this session, sometimes I get comments on the YouTube videos. Okay. And that's the nice part. Like you're engaging, you're communicating. The design is super important. So it's making sure that you're choosing the right template on those different platforms and you make it visually appealing. Okay. You're not doing something that, with lots of information. I always say, keep it simple. Less is more. Make sure that it follows and supports your brand identity, your logo, your colors, everything around it. Okay, because the best way to be in top of mind is to be consistent with your message, consistent with your appearance, consistent with your online presence. Okay, and it's all part of it. The reason why companies like everyone will see an M and they'll link it to McDonald's, even if it's not a yellow M. Okay, if you'll see the KFC guy, you'll connect it. Okay, you'll see like the chicken of Nando's. You don't need the colors around it. You don't need to say Nando's. You connect it. That's how you stay in top of mind, and ensure that your template that you're using are mobile friendly, because a lot of people are opening those emails and most of the stuff through their mobile. Like unless you're like me, for example, that I work most of the day with my laptop, so I open lots of things from my laptop. But most people are on the roads, are in meetings, are doing things, are waiting for some meeting, are waiting for the doctor, are waiting for something, and in between they're on their phones and looking to keep busy. So make sure it's like mobile friendly. And most importantly, consistency and frequency. Okay, stay consistent. Don't post today, like publish today, disappear for a month or two, and then come back and then disappear for 6 months. No, I know that this is something I'm working with myself on it to make sure that at least once a week. I do have weeks that I sometimes don't do it because of personal reasons, like now I need to be in Israel for a death in my family. So it wasn't on my mind. So I wasn't like being fully consistent. But I know I'm focusing on maintaining it whenever I can. So it's okay not to be harsh on ourselves when we have times that it's not working. But at least we're not like, make sure you're not disappearing for a long period of time. Okay, make sure that you're still there and being consistent. So that's why my recommendation is usually to make sure that you're posting like once a week. Okay, so aim to publish once a week unless there's special occasions. So like this week I have the session. So I already posted like twice, and I'm gonna have the third one with the YouTube video of this recording. Okay, But on other weeks, it will be only one. So unless you have special occasion, don't over. Like, I don't know, like you can raise your hands if like more than once a week, it's going to be like fine by you. For me, no way. It pissed me off. Sorry for my language. I'm like, seriously? But if I know that there is like, they're doing it because they're trying like to remind me about an event, remind me about something, then I'm okay with this. But if it's different topics, different things, like don't spam me. Okay. And if it helps you, just plan a regular schedule for sending emails. You can, by the way, like schedule them, like I know from MailChimp as well, like, and also from the system, you can also schedule them. So if you know that next week's gonna be super busy, and you can just put it. You can even schedule them for the full month, okay, and make it easy for you. So the same as you learn to plan your social media, you can plan your newsletter. Okay, again, you need to do what's right for me. I'm not a planner in my personality. I'm very spontaneous. I like to do things like on the dot, like on like this, on the go. And some people need to plan. And for me, it's probably because in corporates, I need to plan all the time. And I cannot. I have planned too much and too many things. So everyone needs to do what's right for the personality. If you know you're busy, if you know like your mind is drifting to other places, you know you tend to procrastinate, just plan ahead and schedule them, okay? And find the right balance again to your audience, because you don't want to cause them any fatigue, any irritation. You don't want to like get them to be angry and like, oh my God, like that person, another mail, like, you know? You want to make sure that you really working with it the right way, because as I said, we're using it to build relationship with the audience. We're using it to build their trust. Because if we want to grow a brand and we want to build something for the long run, and we want to start seeing results by growing a business, it's all under the same. People buy from people, people buy from people that have a connection that they can build a relationship with, and through that, they can gain their trust. Okay, and that's how they're going to be loyal. And when I'm loyal to a brand, that's it. I was laughing yesterday. My sister works in the beach in Israel, and she found like a trail thing like of McDonald's. I don't even know how I got to the beach, but she loves McDonald's. The moment she saw it, she took it with her. That's how loyal she is to her brand. It was so funny. She's like, oh, I want to frame it. That's how much she loves the brand. She even shared like a status on it, like on a story, like on Instagram, and make a joke. And I was laughing. I said, tell Dad to give you the food on that trail all the time on the McDonald's. But that's how strong like the loyalty comes. Okay. She wasn't even in McDonald's. She saw it like, this is what we want to be with our brand. That's where they see us in different places, like, oh, they remembered. And they remember it in a good way and in a way that's like make fun. So now everyone knows about my sister that she loves McDonald's. She making sure that everyone knows it. That's how loyal she is to the brand, which is funny because she's vegetarian. But she eats the chicken nuggets because that I used to force her as a kid, like to eat the chicken nuggets and get the gift. That's the only thing, like she's willing to. Yeah. So, and the next thing, and it's pretty much the last thing, is to always make sure, like in everything I always say, check your analytics. Marketing is a lot about data, a lot about numbers. It's like something we need to remember. So always check the results. And this is like the things that I look at. And this is why also, as I said like before, like I like MailChimp. And as I said, I literally don't get anything out of them. So you want to check the open rate. How many people actually opened your email? And you want to look at the percentage. If it's less than 10%, it's not so good. You want to be 20% up and up. Okay. You like if you get to, let's say 50, 60, that's amazing. So everyone get to different levels. And that will help you to understand what topics they like more and what topics they like less. How many unsubscribe? Okay, how many you actually like open an email and it was not relevant? It's good for you to know that, okay? Because maybe you're reaching out to the wrong audience and you attract the wrong audience, and that's why a lot of people are unsubscribing. But if there's like little amount of it, so it means that, oh, you're in a good place. Like you clearly choosing like, and it all goes together. So if there's not a lot of unsubscribe, but there's like a good like percentage of open rate. So I am reaching out, but you always need to look at them in line. The click rate, how many of them are actually clicked on things on your email? And that goes together with a click map. And then on MailChimp, it's very nice because you literally get a map, okay? And you can see on which picture they clicked, on which text they clicked, and how many clicked on it and the percentage of it. And because I'm a number person, that's what got me to go back every time to that platform. Because I can really see, I can see with my clients, like whether they're like, I've got some that I help them with the newsletter, and that's what I see. I can see exactly where, and I can see what's the percentage and the number of people. You can also see the sales. So in most platforms, you can create an integration to your shop. Let's say you have an online shop. Let's say you've got your online ordering. You can link it to this and you can see how many people actually bought. Okay, so it's not relevant for every business, but for some businesses it is. So you want to check. You want to see if you got 0 sales or you actually got money in from that newsletter. And you also want to check the bounce rate. Okay, because those emails that bounce, you want to check if it's soft, hard bounce, and eventually you want to remove them because that will impact your percentage of the open rate. Okay, and those are people that are not relevant, and you can clean your list because most like certain platform also like gives you like a different how do you call it, like a different amount of people that you can actually join to. Okay, so this is why it's very important. You can learn a lot from this and how you can use it to actually grow your business and grow and make sure you're getting the right results from that email list. So this is it.